So, you're bored of playing Lone Druid in the mid lane. You've seen Lone Druid in the safe lane, but you still want to play him core, but you're looking for that little bit of variety. Well, have I got news for you? Yes, I do, sir. Lone Druid in the off lane, and what I like to call this strategy, Bear Rider. Now, stay with me here. Fetch, okay? The shard on the bear. The shard that in this video right here, I'll link it. I talk about how it's not seen very often and can catch enemies by surprise, and the utility it can offer you is very, how do I say, beautiful. Now, be careful. Use at your own risk. This strategy that I'm going to show you will get you no women, but it might gain you some MMR. So, let's get into it with the starting items. Starting off on Druid himself, we are going to start with 4 iron branches, and that is it. Moving on to the bear, we're going to get 3 iron branches, 1 quelling blade, and a TP scroll. The TP scroll will be so we can teleport the bear back to base instead of resummoning, as well as being able to ferry items like a salve if we're low HP, or just any items that are waiting in base. It saves as a courier. It's great against courier snipers if there happens to be like a bounty hunter or something sniping. It doesn't happen often as a position 5, but it can happen. The first item we're going to rush are Blades of Attack. Now, the attack damage that this provides you will be very nice for CSing in lane and also harassing enemies. We're going to be looked to keeping this item on Druid himself, as he is a ranged hero and you can normally get a couple more clicks in with Druid than the bear, especially considering the recent nerfs to the bear. I believe it starts with like 300 move speed now, and it's only when you get it to level 2, when you're level 3, which in a side lane, because you're getting much less XP, it happens later on. It only goes up to 330, and even then at that point, it's not really enough to catch anyone. So the bear at most will maybe get 1 or 2 hits, while the druid can normally get about 4 or 5. So moving on to our second item is actually going to be the Orb of Frost, and we're going to keep that on druid himself as well, as there are no longer any negative debuffs being ranged or melee on it for the percentage slowed. So slap that bad boy on the druid himself. Moving on to about minute 5, minute 6, you want to be looking at about phase boots. Phase boots and Orb of Frost shall now be moved to the bear at this point, as the bear should be a projectile, now being level 3. The move speed, it can hit heroes no problem now, and also your W's are high enough level to where kiting is very viable, and the healing that can be provided from the bear's damage, now having the phase boots on it, can matter. Like, the amount of times I've survived on 20 HP is innumerable, and it's always because of the bear attacking and healing me. Moving on, the next item timing is around minute 12 on the average game, and that will be Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade is our utility tool in order to start fights and catch heroes, as our role as the offlaner is to initiate, start fights, and be a tank. Now, Lone Druid does these roles in the past not very well, because all you had access to was a couple roots, 1 on each hero, and a fear. Yes, you are innately very tanky, but in terms of starting fight potential, without an item like Harpoon or something, you can just get kited very easily. It's very simple to kite a melee hero in Dota 2 sometimes, with the right draft and the right lineups. However, with buying Diffusal Blade, you can close the gap and, catch heroes off guard. Which moves me on to minute 15, the Aghanim Shard, okay? At minute 15, now hear me out, right? We're gonna be getting Shard, okay? So at minute 12, we have Diffusal Blade. We're back down to 0 gold, okay? We're gonna start building our funds back up. You get to 1400 gold, you stay there. Okay, you don't spend that 1400 gold. However, you do queue up a harpoon, okay? Once you get to 2400 gold, if you're a rich motherfucker by minute 15, you can spend 1000 of that to get your sword. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. You know the one, the broadsword. It'll be on screen. So, you get this, right? Minute 15 comes around, okay? You have the 1400 gold ready. You buy the shard. Okay, you bring that bad boy in, you deliver it to the fucking bear. The bear says, "Thank you very much, sir." And now the game fucking begins, lads. Bear Rider is online, and this is the beauty of the strategy, okay? Once the shard is delivered to the bear, okay, we're going to go to our supports, and we're going to go, smoke, smoke, smoke. We're going to scream for a smoke, okay? We're going to start running into their jungle, and the first motherfucker that we spot, you diff you that motherfucker, you run up close, and you lasso fetch his ass all the way back into your kill box, and you kill. And you repeat over and over again. Now, the utility on fetch cannot be understated. There are many tricks to it, and I go over basically everything in this video here. And I also have a short that you must check out. It's one of my most recent shorts that goes over another niche interaction trick with fetch. I highly recommend you go over these two videos so you know exactly what you're doing with this spell and everything that it entails. You can save allies. You can choose a direction to fetch into instead of just going back to the LD like default AI wants you to by using a Quelling Blade. In the short, I explain this. As well as just being able to fetch enemies across the map, catching them off guard, and getting insane kills, insane value. The spell is insane, it's broken. I don't want to keep crying about it online because it might get nerfed if too many people find out about it, but abuse it while it's here, lads, because no one plays this hero, okay? And if you do, and you play it right, and your positioning is good, it can be very, very strong, okay? No matter what role you play it in, 2, 3, 1. No matter what role, I'm pretty much buying fetch now, okay? Because fetch is at this point, it is an S tier shard, in my opinion, on the same level, not quite the same level as Lone Druid shard himself, because the value you get for 1400 gold there is also let's not talk about that, okay? Insane. So by minute 30, 35, at this point, you're pretty much looking at Harpoon, Diffuse, Shard on both units, Brown Boots on Druid, Phase Boots on the Bear, and you're laughing. You know, you're building, the build branches out at this point. You can get your AC if they have like a heavy fizz damage lineup on the enemy team, or like an armor reduction lineup. You can get double basher on both units and be a fucking meme lord. Bonus points if you do that. But just have fun. That's the main point. It's a simple build. There's only 4 items, okay? Just phase boots, diffusal blade, fetch, Aghanim shard at minute 15, and a harpoon. You start off by diffusal blading into the fetch, or if you're fast enough, you can phase boots up to them if you don't think they'll root you like a crystal maiden or stun you or anything. Like if it's a silencer and you can get the free fetch, you can phase boots up, fetch them to the druid, and then diffusal blade them after, which is great. Or you can be an absolute insane meme lord. Now, I didn't teach you this, okay? But you can buy Meteor Hammer on the druid. Fetch. Pulls the enemy into the druid, and you start channeling the Meteor Hammer early. And what do you know? Bang! Crash! That's damage, baby. Or if you don't even have the fetch at that point, but you get the Meteor Hammer a little early, say you do a little cheeky Meteor Hammer rush, Pos 4 Lone Druid Meteor Hammer guide, maybe coming soon. I got it cooking, lads. I got it cooking. However, even the base route, right? All you need is like phase boots and an orb of frost, and then a Meteor Hammer, and then fetch. Base route is long enough for a Meteor Hammer channel, so the bear can keep attacking and routes while the druid channels the Meteor Hammer. I'm cooking, lads. Leave it to me. So, what have we learned today? We have learned that Lone Druid Pos 3 is insane. Okay? You can have great utility. You are a tanking beast, putting up over 100,000 damage taken each game easily. I average anywhere from 150,000 to 300,000. And just have fun with it. Honestly, running up to enemies and lassoing them back like a bat rider and having them all chat you, what the fuck was that? While you're also, your teammates go, what the hell was that? Because no one sees it, no one knows about it, and it's a broken spell. So abuse it, boys, while it's still here. I've been Vipo. Like and sub, it will really help your boy out. I'm getting close to 1,000 subs now. I'm trying to stream most days. My work schedule's getting a bit hectic. It's many weekdays, but I'm filling my weekends out. I'm trying to improve my social life. Take it easy, boys.